FNAF Mysteries with TDreads and Andrew is in the games. Hello everybody, welcome back to the third episode of FNAF Mysteries with TDreads and Andrew is in the games. I am here with a very special guest to discuss the bite victim. Please say hello, HyperDroid.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well.
Yes.
Great introduction.
No, that's a good intro. They probably know who you are.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's fine. I make FNAF theories. That's all you really need to know.
All right. So the bite victim, probably one of the most debated characters in the history of Five Nights at Freddy's. It might even be the most. It might be the most debated one. I think.
I would agree with you with the most.
Between that and Cassidy. Between that and the Vengeful Spirit.
Well, true. Well, what if they're the same people?
Well, that's what Make sure you stick around to find out.
Yeah, especially recently with the GodDavid stuff. He's definitely come back into the topic of conversation a lot more.
Yeah, who was responsible for that?
I don't know. God, I hate that guy, whoever it was.
Yeah, I know.
God.
The worst theorist ever. All right. Okay. So, basic entry level, just quick overview. Quickly, we'll go over who the bite victim is and what happens in the FNAF 4 minigames. So I'll start. Bite victim from FNAF 4. That is the main character in at least the kind of 8-bit minigames. No longer Atari style, but still the minigames you play through. He's a young kid who's constantly crying, and the minigames tell us a few things. So for one, very bad home life. No parent figure is present in the home.
Yeah.
Constantly being bullied by the older brother in the Foxy mask. Kind of surrounded by people who are just not very nice to him. Even the kids on the street kind of pick on him a little bit.
Yeah. His friends that are going to his party bully him as well.
It comes across as very passive aggressive. He's got it rough. He doesn't have it easy.
Yes, that's true.
But it was this really interesting thing for Scott to do, because leading up to then, minigames, for one, always had little to no dialogue. And they were usually very short.
This one had a lot of dialogue.
They were usually very short, lasting maybe with the exception of save them, they lasted a couple seconds or something. No, even save them. Sorry, I meant follow them.
And phone code, but that's
the interesting thing about these is that they spell out a narrative.
It's a full story. Yeah.
And it basically, all you got to know is that it starts 5 days before the bite victim's birthday and ends with him dying at the jaws of Fredbear. Dying. So, depending on what you believe. Yeah, depending on what you believe.
Some disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's dying.
Yeah. All right. So, with that being said, why don't we take a look at what narrative role we think bite victim has in the rest of the series outside of FNAF 4. So, I think you and I agree on this. Not a trick question. What is bite victim? Who is he? At the basic level.
I think at the basic level, he's within Golden Freddy as a second spirit.
Let's go. The comments are already 90 comments actually, TDreads.
Actually. Well, yeah, there are theories that he's instead in every animatronic, which I understand why people think that. It makes a lot of sense, but I just have a big problem, which is how they do that. How he gets into everyone. That's my main complaint with that.
Yeah, so we can talk about both. I guess the easy part with Golden Freddy, obviously he gets crushed by Fredbear, the Golden Freddy suit.
Fredbear, yeah.
And in addition to that, he's carrying around, or maybe it's following him around, a Golden Freddy weird possessed plush looking thing. For the
it's his best friend.
Yes. So very clearly that character is significant to him. Right? And then depending on how you interpret it's me and everything, with what happens in the week before, it gets a little iffy if we still think that's canon.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I still think it's more tied to Golden Freddy than everyone else.
Yeah.
Even though everyone else kind of has the it's me thing.
Yes. The argument for him possessing everything would be that he dies away from the suit, presumably, in a hospital or at home in a hospital bed or something. And then we'll get into this later on because this is like intermediate level stuff. But Andrew in Fazbear Frights has kind of this weird mechanic where he possesses a bunch of stuff through his agony. And then you have all the imagery of like Curse of Dreadbear, and Dreadbear represents the bite victim, and Dreadbear has his hands over every grave in the entire franchise. So you have all this imagery as well.
That's true. Yeah.
I just honestly believe both. I think that he's in Golden Freddy, but I also think Golden Freddy has powers the rest of the animatronics do not. So I think he does have a degree of influence over everything. I would agree with that. Yeah. Which is why GodDavid exists.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, GodDavid. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, there's a lot of imagery in FNAF 4 especially that it's him, Golden Freddy, and the other four. Like, it's them together as one sort of group.
Yes.
So I do think he's definitely a part of it in some way, no matter what. Base level, he's definitely a part of it.
All right, awesome. Okay, with our beginner level questions done, just who's bite victim, what happens in the minigames, we can move on to our intermediate level questions, which will be... we'll start out with a fun one. Do you think Crying Child was always the purple guy's son? Or do you think that was a after sister location writing choice by Scott?
That's a very good question. Huh. I don't know, actually. Because even in the Silver Eyes trilogy, William didn't have a kid. Like, as soon as it started, because we only had one book at the time.
Elizabeth doesn't get introduced.
He had no children. That was it.
Yeah.
So it could have just been a different family, and Mike Schmidt was just a completely random guy. But was he always intended to be? That's actually a tough one. I would say maybe.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm not sure actually.
Matpat actually.
It depends on what you think I will put you back together means.
Yes. Because you have to think who wants to do that. You know.
Yeah.
Presumably, someone that's important to the kid. Matpat actually somehow came up with that as far back as the FNAF 4 live stream. I don't exactly remember how. I just very vividly remember them on that, way back in the day with like 8-Bit Ryan and Dawko talking about what if they're all a family? What if it's the purple guy's family? So that was super interesting.
I mean, it made sense.
I think even if he was, the story would have been so drastically different that the overall narrative would have shared like almost no resemblance. Right? I think he pivoted. I think he pivoted very hard with Sister Location.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. It's very, very different to the other stuff, and kind of grounds a lot of the story as well.
All right, time for a fun one. So we've established that we play as bite victim in the FNAF more minigames. Crazy, I know.
Yes,
do we play as bite victim in the night gameplay? My take on this recently has changed, and I think you know why.
I wonder how that does affect it actually. Yeah, because I still think no.
Oh, okay.
I think no.
Explain your case.
We play as Mike, and that's it.
Explain your case.
I think it's just Mike because of the FNAF 1 phone calls, the FNAF 1 gameplay, I don't want to say Springtrap because Plush Trap, that's a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
But like this, it's the gameplay to FNAF 1, it's very similar. And it just seems like that's where it's pulling from. Yes. So I just think it's Mike. I don't think anyone else is involved. Well, sorry, I do think the Crying Child is involved. I do think he's involved. But the how... I don't know, really.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a mix of his memories, like the Crying Child's... Mike's memories of the Crying Child and FNAF 1 kind of mixed into one kind of dream. But besides that, I don't think he's a part of it, really.
Okay. My take recently would be, yes, I 100% agree with everything you said about the Michael part. FNAF 1 phone call reversed. Obviously, we have Scott's whole, I didn't add random Easter eggs, so that's meant to be relevant and tell you the player of this is the same player of that. What else? Okay. They are literally called the Nightmare animatronics. And I think that's lost a bit of its.
So they are nightmares.
Yeah, yes, they are also real.
Oh, and the logbook. I forgot about the logbook.
Yeah, he draws it. Yeah, he draws
the recent dreams thing. Yeah, Mike draws that. Completely forgot about that.
Yeah. They are also probably real though, because we have the dreaded sister location, 1983 camera room. Now, I was a firm bite victim, never in the rooms believer. Until
I am that now.
Until I walk into David Murray's room. So my thing is like I won't even get into I won't even get into GodDavid in this chat, but just like it or not, the kid is deliberately designed to have a lot of similarities to David Murray. Take that as you will. Same toys, same whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
It would be weird for an exact recreation of David Murray's room to not have relevance to him. So, do I have evidence? No, but I have a feeling, and that matters more.
I mean, that's like with the whole GodDavid stuff in general. There's a lot of connections there, and it's definitely like they are there. Like, I'm not denying that. It's just the conclusion. I don't think we can fully, 100% say that's what happens.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
But I do think, all the connections and stuff are there. God, I hate cis location.
Yeah, it's
with the observation thing.
Yeah, and it gets into a whole can of worms of why he would need to observe that specific setting either. Like if the experiments were a killer chasing kids in a pizzeria, that would make more sense. I just think having it be in an exact copy of David Murray's bedroom.
What do you think the Fredbear plush is?
Oh, you're gonna hate me so much. Oh God.
I don't know, babe. Unless you say it's like a mimic plush.
Tom and I are on the same page about this now. It is William Afton for most of the game. We think the last line has been Scott Conn to be M1.
Really?
Yeah. Well, so Tom's logic for it was he said it's a slightly lighter shade of yellow. So he's like, oh, maybe that's retroactively it's trying to mimic the actual yellow speaker's text.
Yeah, I have a similar thought. I think that's William mimicking the plush. I think the plush is the old FNAF theory that it's like a agony thing from the crying child's agony.
Okay.
And I think William sees that and he creates the observations with the Freddy plush in the bed, just like the Fredbear plush on crying child's bed, to try and recreate the agony.
Okay.
And it's like the whole observation thing, in my opinion, is to try and figure out the fear and the agony and how all that works with the supernatural.
So we are in the same note that it's an attempt to recreate something that William Afton has observed before.
Yes.
So I like that. That's good.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Some people think it's just like he just puts them down there to torture people for fun or whatever. I'm like, I mean, maybe that's part of it. But
even Didophobia says that he's specifically doing it to monitor their fear.
Yeah.
So it's something to do with that.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see here. What else do I have for us? Ooh, okay. Let's talk about Scott Cawthon's fun little teasers from that matpat stream.
Oh, God.
We'll start with what is seen in the shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child. Let me start with what I think this is not. I do not think this is Charlie getting stabbed.
Yeah, that's great, because that's what I think it is.
Are you sure? Oh, man.
Well, no, I'm 50-50. I think it makes sense to be that. But at the same time, I would not at all be surprised if it's not that.
Can I guess what your reasoning is? Can I guess what? Okay, you think it would be he thinks the actual animal is killing someone and doesn't understand that it's a man inside the suit doing it. Because what's he misunderstanding there?
Well, I'm assuming. I think he's misunderstanding the puppet being next to the dead Charlie, and then assuming that the puppet killed Charlie.
Oh.
And then that's why he's afraid of the animatronics. But I don't know.
I will be down with that.
It's rough.
Yeah. If
it's mainly because of Midnight Motorist and my interpretation of that minigame.
If Nightmare
so I kind of need an answer for that, really.
Yeah. If Nightmare on were canon, that would be a good piece of evidence for that as well.
Yeah. Why is he an ultimate customer?
Why is he in the pizzaplex? He's everywhere.
What is it? Exactly. Is he canon or not?
In Ruin, it says it's from that old headset game, which is a lie. It's not from there.
Yeah.
It's from FNAF 4.
Well, yeah. I don't know if he's canon or not. But I do get what you mean. Yeah, it would make a lot more sense if Nightmarian was canon. I don't know.
Let's see what else.
What do you think that means?
See, I'm stuck on this one because I feel like nothing fits very well.
Which is why my only answer is like, well, I guess it's Charlie's buddy.
Obviously, there's the there's the whole like, literally in shadows, you see a guy getting stuffed into a suit. But then again, that's the employee doing that. That's not the mascot stuffing somebody.
Yeah, and my problem with that is that that's after the Plush already says, like, what does he say?
You know what
you saw, or something like that. Yeah, that's after that. So I don't think it's that, but
and there's plenty of
it could be.
There's a lot of theories to say why that is the case. You know, let's not get into loop victim.
Oh my god! Yeah, let's not.
Don't you love loop theories, HyperDroid?
I love loop. Everything is a loop. Every game, every book, it's all a loop.
Yeah, the other one is the suit in the back room that has like hair sticking out of it or wires or something. Then again, that also comes the night after though, because that's on night 4 of that minigame. So that's also after.
Yeah, that's true.
You remember what you saw. So in conclusion,
which is why I just think like simple answer to me is just, well, I guess it's Charlie or like some sort of tragedy.
If there was any puppet imagery in the base game, I would be so on board. But I
understand. I understand that a lot.
It's such a nothing burger of a Scott teaser because we have nothing to go off of.
Well, yeah, because you think Charlie dies second, right? After the crying child.
I do not know. I could slice it either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Because then you got to deal with whatever the hell the Help Wanted 2 Grave Order is trying to tell you. You know, that is birth. Well, that is birth Charlie 87, which I'm sure your ears are delighting in.
Which I got a 20-minute video coming.
Oh, Faz, watch out.
A 40-minute video. A 50-minute video with a 20-minute section completely about Charlie's death date. But
nice.
That's fine. That's a topic for another day.
All right. What are the other Scott weird FNAF 4 hints? I'm assuming you remember one off the top of your head.
The Pigtail Girl saying that they come to life at night.
Okay.
Which I think because Scott said there's no random Easter eggs, I think the children notice that the puppet has tears. And I think they're like, how'd that happen? And rumors spread. I don't know. It's because I'm assuming Henry didn't just like with Charlie's body. I'm assuming that was covered up in some way.
Yeah, and in the FNAF 1 phone calls, they even say that if a dead body's found, they clean it.
Yeah,
super good. No one's gonna. I think an important thing to do is we have to ask ourselves how willing Scott Cawthon is to retroactively add details, not necessarily change. But for example, Edwin didn't fucking exist.
Now he
does.
Now he was one of the biggest parts of Fazbear Entertainment. So
there's a part of me that's like, well, Pigtail Girl says, oh hey, I hear they come to life at night. Something, hide your body, something, I don't know. Don't tell anybody. Mimic, the Mimic, 12 teams of people went missing at MCM.
Yeah, so. And he stuffs them in suits.
Yeah.
Why does he do that?
And then because that gives your whole thing like, oh, is William Afton mimicking the Mimic, and that's why.
Yeah, did William see that? And now,
it's so. Scott, stop!
I love Scott Cawthon's writing. I love it.
It's just like I could just feel my brain melting out of my ears with every new game.
Yeah, because now everything's put into question.
Yeah, and it was
how reliable is everything?
Because everyone had largely stopped talking about Gregbot and stuff, and then he was like, "You think you could forget?"
Yeah.
Boom, David Murray Broom. Boom,
David Murray.
Kids on the Hill.
There's a robot, David.
Yeah, so
it's great.
We thought we could escape. That is an interesting line. Let's see. There's also 4 games, 1 story.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I always thought was stupid because that's well, duh.
I thought that was about the night guard, in my opinion.
Yes, yeah.
Like it's his story, the security guard story. Yeah. And FNAF 4 was kind of giving him the motivations.
So yeah, under that, the security guard would always have been Foxy Bro. I think that's fair. I think that works.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think the Bucks thing was trying to tell us that. in my opinion, because the person speaking has gray text, which would be Foxy Bully, and would connect the player to Foxy Bully. And the player has the FNAF 1 audio, which would connect him to all of them.
Yeah, I get that. That's interesting. Okay. There's one more. There's one more FNAF 4 little blue text they did. I'm trying to think. There's
it's the Toy Chica Beak.
Oh, GodDavid. Okay. Meme set aside.
Yeah.
Why?
It's even from back in FNAF 4.
Yeah.
What was he talking about? Why?
Because this is I'll let you go. Go ahead.
So you go. Oh, well, I was going to say you go. But I think...
Time delay between ourselves.
Yeah. I think... I have no idea what he was thinking.
Yeah.
And my interpretation is definitely not what he was implying. But I think it's kind of like the toy animatronics in 1987 were based off the old toys. Like, I just think that they had the Toy Chica detachable beak, the Foxy that was pink and white. Like, that stuff came from the actual toys. That's why they're called toy animatronics, despite never being called that in universe. But that's such a loose, vague interpretation, though, because there's no real evidence for that, really.
I actually really like that idea, the kind of toy animatronics being based on the toys, because that would make sense to call it that. It is a odd. See, that's kind of minute to be like one of your super epic. Yeah. So here's my thought.
I know. Yeah, it's just to have an answer for it. Really.
I think whatever he was intending, whatever he meant, it was bad. So like, Dream Theory or GodDavid are both equally chopped interpretations. But if it was,
they help explain that.
Yeah. If it was actually meant to be telling you why, say, Toy Chica's missing her beak in FNAF 2, right? If it's meant to tell you, like, hey, there's a relation to this random girl's toy not having it, and this thing 4 years in the future.
Years prior. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
No matter what you come up with, it's going to be weird. So.
It makes, it's just such a weird, especially, like you said, to be one of the important things that he calls out.
Yeah.
Why? No one cared. Why?
Yeah, and I'm sure that was this, like, before Scott made his announcement, I'm sure that was one of the things people were like, oh, haha, Easter egg. That's like how it looks in FNAF 2. That's fun.
Yeah.
What a nice meta.
Yeah, it's just a random Easter egg.
Yeah. But unfortunately.
Well, yeah, which is why I just think maybe it's just a toy thing, toy based on toy. Toy Chica, toy had a detachable beak, so now the future one does.
It's just giving you the kind of origins of the toy animatronics.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Was there another Scott teaser? Or was that 4 games, 1 story? Misunderstanding. The Toy Chica Beak. I don't think there was another one.
I think that was it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, our last question for a kind of intermediate category before we go off the rails. This is going to be okay. Let's chat about our fun sister location bunker. Why don't we? Okay. So,
love that thing.
Let's start. When is it built? Because I always assumed that Circus Baby was constructed kind of in there or around that area. It could be that William Afton just built it in his garage. Like, he could have just built it in his garage, maybe. But see, the thing that's wild about that is that I think, wouldn't that imply that he would be having the idea to make Circus Baby and do these like weird like claw grab experiments all the way back in 1983? Which is why that date.
I mean, I think. Sorry, you keep going. Sorry.
Okay. For whatever reason,
still thinking.
his kid dies, and immediately he's like, "All right, we're setting this date in here. I'm marking this as the day of my David Chambers."
Yeah.
And then, so,
and I'm gonna make claw murder machines.
Yeah. So you're also of the Circus Baby Elizabeth death incident and stuff before the MCI then?
Yes, okay. I think Elizabeth's death directly inspires the MCI, like putting them into the bodies of the suits.
Because he notices that they possessed her the first time. Because that was an accident. The MCI isn't. So that's a good call out.
Well, yes, exactly. It's what's the novel say? Like you have to replicate the accident.
Recreate exactly that. Recreate the accident.
Yeah.
Discover the sparkle.
So yeah, I think he does that, which does mean that I think he built them directly after the crying child's death. Good. I don't think it doesn't mean it had to be finished directly after.
Yeah,
but just that he started working on the experiments and stuff afterwards.
Well, because I had this theory a while ago that the entire reason that whole operations is started to begin with, and literally everything, like the rental service, the pizza world, I think it's literally just to figure out how to resurrect Bite Victim. I think that's the whole point of all of the remnant kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do agree. I agree with that halfway. I think he does it trying with agony, and then when Elizabeth dies, he's like, oh, there's a whole different way of doing the supernatural. Instead of agony, there's remnant, and it's a whole different thing that he experiments.
Yeah. Now, this is why, and again, I just hate this so much, okay? Because, like I said, the connections just never end, dude. Because not only do we enter 1983 here, because it's like Dave Afton's special experiment room with his room in it, they make us put 1979 in there in Help Wanted 2, which is relevant to David Murray. So I just hate it's.
Yeah.
So now we're like, what? Did he build this? Because remember, in the Breaker map has the FNAF 4 neighborhood. And some subject in the crying child's room is being observed. So whether that's actually the crying child or another kid that he put in there, we don't know. But now we have a way to interpret it.
I assume it's another kid, especially because of your theory with the child inside baby by the time it's his location.
That's true. Yeah. The schedule.
So I think he is putting other kids in there.
That's a good
schedule theory. Love that theory.
Yeah. That was a fun one to make. So. Man, this is so. Oh god.
But yeah, that keypad, because that's the thing. Is that my immediate question is that keypad actually from the FNAF 4 office, or is that just the Help Wanted 2 VR version of it?
Yeah, I'll say. Do you believe? You've heard of Fazburger, right? That whole thing where it's all built on a
plot of yes. Land. Fazplot, all that stuff. So I agree with it.
That could also be what it's trying to tell us, is that hey, the grounds of sister location were later, or were earlier. They were grounds of MCM. So it might not have anything to do with the Bite Victim at all, especially because when you type it in, it just gives you Tiger Rock. It doesn't show you like David's room. So it might not be trying to tell you that.
Like, and there is the Jackie like card thing above it as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like a Secret of the Mimic teaser in general. Yeah.
That's possible too. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I don't know.
Time for hell. Is Cassidy a real kid, or is Cassidy just the name of the Bite Victim? I'm sure you have strong thoughts.
Cassidy is a real kid. I don't understand. Maybe I just need to look into it more, honestly. But I don't understand how the crying child can be a part of the missing children's incident, like, and be counted as a fifth kid.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, there's 5 kids who go missing in 1987. 5. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, and no matter what, we know that Cassidy's an important name because it has appeared a bunch. First, Cassidy's script, a script that Scott Cawthon rejected for the movie because it was too much lore, it was too lore heavy.
And second, too accurate.
Yeah. Or like, what do you say, a visual encyclopedia, I think was exactly.
He said it was basically a visual encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And was too, like, maybe this was too accurate or something like that.
The fucking kazoo, the mythical, legendary Cassidy kazoo, that got recalled.
Cassidy kazoo.
Dude, I wish I could have bought one of those. You could sell it as like a eBay
before they bought it
for like the price of like a Gen 1 Charizard card. Just make like 20 grand. And then there's one more. Oh, the princess in Princess, which they actually took out.
Oh, I was going to say Fourth Closet.
Yeah, there was
MCI kid.
The more the merrier, HyperDroid. The more the merrier. Yep.
Yeah, literally.
So yeah, it's a kid in the 4th closet, and it's also it also was the name of the princess. Now, whether or not that was taken out...
Is.
Yeah, because it was wrong.
Who knows?
Because, like, there's a world where Steele was like, it's a golden girl. Cassidy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's also a world where Steele will think it's Cassidy, but Scott didn't have that intention.
Because, he just didn't tell them. He literally just did not tell them what the story was.
Yeah.
So.
Great decision. Yeah. Amazing decision from Scott.
You'd think once you were several $1 billion into your multimedia franchise that you'd be like, yeah, I know how to do this now, but it's not. So
it's fine. But yeah, I think Cassidy definitely exists as her own character.
It always coincides with that they believe Charlie is the other spirit in the logbook, and they're not convinced that Dave is the name. I think, given the... I'm so sure the Foxy Grid is a code, though. And I think you're right, obviously. Especially because of the whole David Murray thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole Afton copying Edwin's kind of stuff. So with the Dave, same sort of thing.
So that made what you said way more likely to me. There's also just kind of... It would make no sense for the Foxy Grid not to have... And where there's so clearly two spirits communicating, for the Foxy Grid to just not have an answer doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
Now, my friends who aren't ready, my friends who aren't ready to let go of the mythical Cassidy bite victim belief are all like, well, you see, TDreads, Cassidy was the name of the bite victim before the David Murray brainwashing. And then he gets convinced his name is David. I was like, okay, we're going crazy now.
And he gets convinced to be Dave?
He gets converted to be David by evil...
I have not heard that before.
No, you haven't been to the Discord calls.
I haven't been to that.
You haven't been to the Discord calls.
Jeez, that is...
Yes. Okay. From there, we can move into our next question, which is going to be... Who do we think the Runaway in Midnight Motorist is? After you.
I think that's Dave.
You think it's the...
I think that's Dave, honestly. Okay. I think that's the crying child. I just think that especially, I used to think it was Mike. 100% I thought it was Mike. I thought it was Shadow Freddy leading him to Golden Freddy, Golden Freddy or Shadow Freddy leading him to the crying child's grave, all that sort of stuff. But specifically because... figuring out that the yellow man is William Afton is as simple as purple car equals purple car. I just think that man watching TV, gray shirt, gray text equals the man who has watched TV with gray shirt, gray text. I just think it's as simple as that, and therefore the crying child has to be the Runaway.
Totally fair. I also, calling back to, although they're not one-to-one, obviously, you have those... That similar moon.exe where you run out of a window to escape your father. That is an image, and it's for different reasons, obviously, and in different context. But I still think Scott would be able to kind of repeat parallel imagery because that's something that Evan Lampy, the director,
he does that a lot.
Said, "Oh, I know. I'm making a whole 2-hour-long video going through every Fazbear Fright book, calling out every time he uses the same writing trope every time." He did it here, he did it here, he did it here, he did it there.
He does it all the time.
Yeah. And half the stories are about getting your body stolen by some weird, like, sea bodies. Why is he running away?
That's a good question. I think it's a shadow luring him to Charlie's body, like I said before. That's kind of like the only real kind of solution I can think about that.
Yes.
Because besides that, I'm not really sure what else he would be being lured to, really. And especially at that time that he's alive.
He had a rough day.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. So part of the reason I still... Oh, damn. Do I still lean there, though? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm on the fence now. The existence of David Murray has really rocked my world, let me tell you.
I can understand that.
I always liked the Michael explanation better, at least before this, because I think it worked better narratively.
I agree.
Because let's say,
I agree, 100%.
Even something this easy, right? He had a rough day. He had a rough day because his younger brother is fucking dead, and his younger brother's body's in this grave over here. And then Golden Freddy, who that younger brother in the grave is possessing, lures him out his window. Super easy through line there.
Yeah.
When you start to say, when you say bite victim is the runaway, then it gets a bit more mysterious. You got to be like, oh, well, what's going on?
Yeah. What's he doing? Where is he going?
So, and especially when you have the whole FNAF 6 was meant to tie up loose ends. Absolutely absurd that he thought we would just know what that meant. He thought we would just,
it is crazy.
Yeah.
Yellow man, purple man.
You look at Fruity Maze and Security Puppet, and it's like, but of course.
It's no real interpretation needed.
Yeah, and then you get to Midnight Motorist, and it's like, what is even happening?
Yeah, which is why I just think if he thought we knew what it was, I think that the couch person is meant to be Mike, because there's no real. Any other solution doesn't really have that simple one-to-one kind of through line.
That's a good take. Okay. All right, let's do another deep question here. Is there anything you believe about the bite victim that is not common consensus in the theory space? Do you have any hot takes for us?
Happiest Day receiver. I don't think he's the happiest day receiver, but I think his memories were used for happiest day. I don't know. Is that common consensus? I don't know what the common consensus
that's
is
very
these
split.
days.
That's very split. I know almost everyone I make videos with thinks that bite victim is the receiver. Aside from Withered Circle, he still believes.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand it, but to me, I just think it's like the 5 MCI. Why wouldn't it be the 5th MCI?
Yes, that would make
the whole
more
logbook
sense.
Stuff and
To respond to that, the only answer there is, my favorite word to use, Scott conning, where the 5th MCI kid is Cassidy. It's Cassidy who doesn't want to move on. So she's not there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I see in my interpretation that's because she's in Ultimate Custom Night and she's the last to rest. Which is why her and the puppet are the last to kind of
why the puppet needs to kind of go out of her way to do that and kind of gather the news and be there. It's because Cassidy's still fighting. That's a good take. Supported actually.
She's fighting against
by Rytos brought this up yesterday. It was I don't hate you, but you need to stay out of my way.
You need to stay out of my way.
Puppet says.
Yeah.
Which implies that she's actively attempting to do something.
She's doing something. Yeah. Which I think is setting up helping set up Happiest Day.
I think that
which is why I think
a lot of sense.
Yeah, which is why I think Withered Bonnie also says like we're both trapped here or something like that. I think all the MCI are with Cassidy.
Cassidy's just dragging them all.
Custom Night. Yeah, I think it's like she's stopping all of them from moving on, which is why the puppet's like, chill. Like I need to set up this Happiest Day and let everyone rest.
Do you think bite victim's even there, or do you think he gets let out at FNAF World?
I think he's there in a way, because I think that's what the Fredbear Easter egg might be implying.
Death coin. There's 2.
Yeah, that he's there. His memory is there in some way, which is also with the whole Happiest Day thing. That inevitably he would rest when everyone else rests.
Yeah, because FNAF, it's interesting, isn't it? Because FNAF World is very clearly to me for the bite victim. But it sets up Happiest Day, which could be for Cassidy, depending on your view of it.
Yeah.
So it is.
Yeah, I think it's like. Sorry, keep going.
I was done. I was saying it is interesting to think about.
Oh, well, yeah. I think it's similar to the Fazbear Frights epilogues, where. Oh, let me remember this right. It's been a while since I read them, but Jake gives Andrew the memory and kind of throws him and lets him free.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Jake rests.
Yep. Correct.
So I think that's the crying child giving Cassidy and all the MCI the memory of a happy birthday
that he didn't get,
and then freeing himself later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was talking, so Rytos and I's episode was about the vengeful spirit. So we were going over who that could be and yada yada. And so we basically said that now that Frights and Tails got nuked to oblivion, we were like, okay, so what was Andrew supposed to tell us? And that's clearly supposed to tell us something. It's a very long, drawn out arc. So I think you are right. I think it is now the dynamic between Cassidy and bite victim is what that is supposed to tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the whole Stitch Wraith, 2 people in one body, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to me.
One of them can't see. I can't see, and so a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
Any other beliefs, or are you mostly pretty basic on Vibe?
Basic is crazy. I'm trying to think. We already went over William probably names Dave because of David.
Yeah.
I think he's 7 years old because of the birthday thing and the sketch thing as well.
Yeah, and that would make every David progressively older. You get Murray with
yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Any other hot takes about the crying child? I don't think so, honestly.
Okay.
I don't think I have any hot takes. What about you?
I am about, so I don't believe this. I'm about 80% Cassidy right now. I think there is it is more likely that crying child is the vengeful spirit than Andrew. Genuinely, I believe now.
Okay, yes, I believe that too. Yes.
I think...
Especially, like you said, with frights being obliterated.
Yes, and so I will just go over really quickly. Obviously, it could be referring to Golden Freddy, but male pronouns are used for the vengeful spirit by every character. In a weird way, very similar to how M2 functions, the vengeful spirit underlays its voice under the voice box of the mediocres, which are from Murray's costume manner, to deliver its threats. There's a bunch of other stuff Unwithered talked about in his video, but I'm blanking. And it's and you have
I watched that one.
The Bear of Vengeance is a series of cutscenes about a Foxy and a Freddy kind of going after each other. And it's very like the fox makes him do dishes to get back at him, which Gibby's mentioned. That's a very like brotherly bullying way to I'm gonna put my chores on you, right?
Yeah,
that's one way to see that. That's just one way to interpret that mini game. So I think it is possible that the crying child is the vengeful spirit. I don't believe it yet. I still think it's Cassidy because I think otherwise Cassidy's role in the story is kind of just like the Temu version of the puppet. Like, I'm just gonna help this one kid. I got this. I got this one, guys. Don't worry. Yeah. So
I mean, I used to think the crying child was the vengeful spirit, like back in when the game first came out, actually. Yeah. But my main problem, especially now with like seeing all the not retroactive thinking about it, but like the topic coming back up into discussion, I think my biggest problem is just the one you should not have killed. William did not kill the crying child.
Well,
and I don't think that's kind of, unless he pulled the plug, which it's still like, it's not enough for me to go, he would be angry about that for 40 years, despite the week before showing he's angry about the bite. Not that he's died.
And he's
angry about the bike spite.
He's genuinely very docile as well.
Yeah.
But, he's not like through the game. I never interpreted him as rebellious or anything.
Yeah, and the logbook is also, he's still like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Like, he's still very, I can't see what's going on. He's not really like, and he's not going to be like a smiling, vengeful spirit
taking the initiative,
who's torturing Afton specifically. It just doesn't work in my mind, honestly. I understand why people think it works.
The only way to reconcile him being the one you shouldn't have killed is if the entirety of FNAF 4 is orchestrated and he gets him killed on purpose.
Yeah.
Which again, that would fall into that area is being observed. That neighborhood is being observed. There's 2 dots for the animatronics on stage, 2 dots for the animatronics on stage. He's observing Fredbear's family diner.
Yeah.
So I think this is a hot take. I genuinely we might get the answer. Because
we might get the answer.
There is a good chance we are going to sister location in Abyss, I think.
Okay, I agree with that, yeah.
So,
especially with all the sister location music that's coming out randomly.
Yeah, and all their new scores too, new compositions, yeah. So
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
There is a chance that you get every collectible and then you can get into the 1983 room and it's So that
imagine we see that. Imagine we see the crying child there.
Dude, I would.
We go in there. And it's just a recreation of the crying child.
It's just a robot version of him. Turns around and says, "My name's Gregory Davidson." I'll be like, "Oh my god." I'll be like, "Somebody shoot me."
I would quit. I would quit.
Yeah.
That would be my last FNAF thing ever.
Yeah. Like, I can't do this anymore, Scott. My goodness gracious. Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna get Secret of the Mimic DLC at this rate. It seems like they're going right for Abyss.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, they didn't do Help Wanted 2.
I thought they would. I'm surprised they wouldn't, but I don't think they will anymore.
Well,
even just like a small full fest DLC.
I don't know if he has the chutzpah to set a game in 1983 on the Afton's property, because that's what that is. That's just the FNAF 4 house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
You'd have to get pretty obvious in your writing at that point. So
yeah. And he would have to actually have an answer, like a concrete answer for every question.
Yeah, I've been wondering if the because if Fazplot or Fazburger or whatever is true, and obviously Tails games got obliterated. There's no reason for him to build an underground version of the house. He could just go up on the hill and just rebuild it. And be like, okay, press the send kids there button. And, oh, wait, Brain Blast, HyperDroid. Brain Blast.
Okay.
Night Terrors. Circus Baby and Funtime Freddy, the two animatronics that can store kids in their stomach, are the only ones that appear in that FNAF house. Yeah. So they're performing.
Biddy Bab Minarina.
Okay, no,
they can appear as well.
But nobody, that doesn't matter. I think that's just to show that.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
So they could grab kids and then deposit them in the nightmare.
Yes. Yeah. So, that's a good. Yeah, that's actually a good.
Yeah, that's a good observation. Yeah.
That's a good observation, actually.
Yeah. Dude, if this we might get to see the Springlock suit too. If we go back to sister location.
Oh.
If it's Jackie, I'm gonna crash out though.
Did.
It better not be Jackie. I'll crash out.
Dude, it being Jackie after all this time. Oh my god.
Scott wouldn't answer what it was in the 2018 Dogco interview. He's like, I can't say because I'm not going to announce it for another 7 years. So
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
I would not put that past him at all.
I wonder how long he's had this planned out, because I think since at least Help Wanted, he's known what he's doing for this current arc. So
I think after the first arc, he was like, okay, I need to write this beginning to end and know where I'm going and what I'm doing. Because the last time it didn't really, there was a lot of misinterpretation. There was a lot of wishy-washy, true, what's not. So yeah, I think the modern one, he was definitely a lot more like, I need to plan this out.
Yeah. Is there anything else about the Bite Victim you wish more people agreed on? What would you say is the thing you think you disagree with the most with people?
Disagree? It would probably just be the receiver, honestly, like the cake receiver.
Yeah. You could
that's honestly just really it.
Cassidy after
because that's like, yeah, I do think it's Cassidy after you see it. I think there's a lot of evidence for it. I understand why people think it's the crying child. Like, I fully understand that.
Yeah.
But I just think it would be such a weird thing, because then Cassidy's story is just unresolved.
Well,
when does she get her cake?
Through the Stitch Wraith? Yeah, the Stitch Wraith angle. I hadn't thought of that. That's smart. How it's kind of, you have you can let other kids into your happiest day or whatever.
Yeah, when I read that, I was like, oh, this is just Cassidy and Crying Child. Yeah. Like, this is literally just the Crying Child giving her memories and letting her free.
One thing I was talking to Rye about is that it's very interesting how Andrew and Jake, Andrew Jake, that's right. They both have traits from both characters. It's very strange. So, for instance,
it's not one-to-one on who's who, who's meant to be who.
That's why. So, and I said to end off our podcast, I think the most important thing in regards to the vengeful spirit debate is to figure, and even the Golden Freddy debate, which is relevant to this conversation, is to figure out who is supposed to be more Bite Victim in that interaction, right? Because you have Andrew who can't see, and then he gets his agony on a bunch of fazbears stuff and puts like a curse on certain items, which I still think Golden Freddy does to an extent, because we know that Golden Freddy can kind of influence his surroundings, depending on how literally you want to take the custom nights. Making all the animatronics their angriest is Golden Freddy.
Yeah, they're all called Golden Freddy mode.
Even in Sister Location when he's not fucking there. The custom night maximum is Golden Freddy mode still.
Well, Yendo. People think Yendo is kind of
which then it gets
in a way,
like, then it gets into the whole like, is he a projection? Oh my goodness. Kelsey's a projection. So that for Andrew lines up to the bite victim, but then Andrew also maybe sort of gets spring locked in the new kid, the kid with the curly black hair. So and that's more of a Cassidy thing.
Yeah,
that's more of a Cassidy thing. So you have to ask yourself, who's who? It's so
who's meant to be who?
Yeah. So I'll probably
I think Cassidy's more meant to be Andrew. Because Andrew is the one who gets given Jake's thing. It's the one who's in the body of Golden Freddy. It's the vengeful spirit. Well, people can disagree with that, but yeah, I just think it's meant to be, Cassidy's meant to more be Andrew.
Yeah.
But there's definitely similarities to both. Like, you can't deny that.
Which again is funny, because in the logbook, it's the vengeful spirit helping to guide bite victim, not the other way around. Cassidy is the one that's like, so it's,
that's true.
It's a whole mind explosion.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he's doing. So
well, yeah, it just depends on how the crying child gets those memories and kind of transforms them into a good memory. Like Cassidy, it's so annoying. It's so annoying trying to figure out the actual storytelling. Like, how do you tell that as a story?
Yeah.
How does the crying child do that? Like, literally do that?
They don't even explain how Andrew does it. He's just like, I was really mad, and then I put myself on everything.
Suddenly...
Yeah, I wanted to be everywhere. So, you know, W writing, Scott. W writing.
Even the whole memory thing. It's like, what did it say? It's like he swung Andrew with a bat of intention or something. And it's like, what does that even mean? That's not.
All I can think of is the gif with like the flaming pen writing on the paper. Right in fire. Never change.
What does that even mean?
Never
a bat of intention.
I guess the last thing I'll mention, it's kind of strange how Cassidy seems to be like struggling to identify the exact memories that are bite victims. Like Cassidy's poking around in bite victim's head and has like a bunch of different like toys. Like, is one of these toys from, like, it doesn't know.
Yeah, she's like, which one? Yeah.
Whereas whatever the Fredbear plush is, knows what the bite victim's going through, and kind of narrates his life for him. The spirit in the logbook,
which is why I think it's agony.
Yeah, the spirit in the logbook is like, do you know what this is? Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah,
it could be because his mind gets kind of smushed when he gets bit. Maybe he's like broken or whatever. So maybe his like Cassidy can't access his memory.
Well, he is said to be broken in a way.
Mm-hmm. Just like Gregory and David. I love this franchise. I love you, Scott. Yeah,
I love GodDavid.
I love GodDavid. Chad, if you love GodDavid too, you should subscribe. Subscribe to me and also HyperDroid, because we are going to wrap it up for today.
Yeah.
We're coming to around 53 minutes. So that will be in the description. Good. So that was a fun chat. Thank you for joining me today. And then,
anytime.
Yes. And in theory, we should have a very special guest next week. So have fun in the comments, chat, and we will see you guys around. Bye-bye.